skills really matter. Because in small companies, and the average size of these companies is 26 people. They're not big. In a company that size, everybody's doing everything all of the time. You want to allocate your time and their time towards getting their goals done and let them do their work. Time allocation is a big deal. But this next one, I think, is the secret sauce. We went back and looked at every quarter, every 90 days estimate for sales across all of the companies and found out the data in terms of which ones met their targets and which ones missed. In the case of the companies run by men, they hit their targets 65% of the time. That's not bad, I thought. Then we looked at the ones run by women. They hit their targets 95% of the time. But they were sandbagging it. They were lowering their targets down dramatically. Sometimes single-digit growth versus the guys that were shooting for 30% growth. We call the guys' targets the testosterone targets. But they only hit them 65% of the time. Why would that matter? Why would that manifest itself in any kind of difference of return? Why would it have a different outcome for the investor? And here's what we discovered. When you're in a company that's consistently hitting its targets, almost 100% of the time, or at least 95, the culture changes. It's like being on a winning basketball team. Nobody wants to be traded from a team that's winning all the time. Nobody wants to leave. What we discovered was the staff turnover when you had set achievable goals was remarkable. There wasn't any. Nobody left. When nobody leaves, the head of accounting or the person head of sales or logistics or procurement, you have no disruption. Cash flows are more stable, returns are higher to investors. This was brilliant. Think about this. These are private companies. Why set goals in a private company you never achieve? How stupid is that? You're only fooling yourself. And you've got a lot of angst with your employees that never seem to hit their targets. Set goals you can achieve, lower them and hit them 90-95% of the time, and your culture will become much stickier. You'll be far more successful. And that's what we did immediately, starting in March. We immediately lowered the goals so that we started to achieve them 90+% of the time, and already we're starting to see tangible results. It's an extraordinary outcome. It's brilliant.